Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the week of September 18th. September 18th. But currently, I'm sitting here in the hotel room with Ethan. We've been doing nothing all day, holding out for our final training session before competition. We compete tomorrow in the evening, so naturally, most of our main sessions have been in the evening. Nerves are building, pressure's building, tension is building. So I'm just trying to stay relaxed, taking a nap every now and then. So September 18th, last week before, or really it was the last just couple of training sessions before leaving to London. Looks like I did a pre-comp on the Monday and mock comp on the Tuesday, full mock comp with the full warm-ups and everything. Naturally, being the final mock comp before leaving to the World Championships, my goal was to hit 6 out of 6. I think the best I had done up until that point was about 4 out of 6 perhaps, so not too flash. And I had done so much, it was kind of starting to get old, so after 2 weeks off from mock competitions, it definitely helped to make the mock comp feel a bit more serious, get a bit more of an adrenaline spike. And of course that's going to be beneficial in simulating a real life competition. But nothing can simulate a real life competition. I got a reminder of that at podium training just the other day. Started on horse, fell on a pickup, did a messy routine. It's as if I'd never done gymnastics before, but that's it is what it is. I think it was actually Lewis Smith, I remember saying, nothing can prepare you, like no kind of training, nothing can prepare you for what you experience in an Olympic final. Now obviously this isn't an Olympic final, but I feel the same way even just for a qualifications round at a big competition like the World Championships. And in some ways, I think for most athletes, qualifications might be more intense, more pressure than all-around finals or any finals, because this is the one day you have to make any final, which you could potentially make. So pressure's off the charts. Tuesday, how did we go? How many out of 6 did Misha hit today? Man, all that training that I did on trying to get my scissor to handstand nice and open hips out the window after hurting my shoulder on those rings Yamawakis. But it is what it is. We'll see what I can pull out tomorrow, but it definitely one of the most painful skills is that scissor to handstand right now. But that's a hit routine. I suppose I'll talk about podium training in the next video, but probably the next video I'll make will include the competition. But in podium, I was trying to get rid of that swing in the L-sit, and it's still, my Yamawakis were very slow, so it made the swing even worse. And on the way back to the hotel from podium, I had a thought, well, what if I add an inlicate after my forwards roll from L-sit? That might break up some of the timing issues, and it might give me a little bit more momentum for my Yamawakis. Because the Yamawakis in the Yamawakis in the podium training, honestly, probably wouldn't have got paid. It was that bad. You'll see it soon enough. Landed in the vault on the first try. There we go. P-bars. Yeah, so I'll try that today. Not going to do too much. I think I'll have like one proper turn of problem solving per each apparatus that I'm gonna do today. Obviously not going to do too much before the competition tomorrow. And I didn't want to do any more Yamawakis after the podium training because, man, it hurts like hell on that shoulder. but I don't think I should just throw an Inlocate in there into my routine and not test it out first. So I'm gonna have to test it out today and see how it goes. Otherwise, not changing anything. Still have not caught a Casina since, man, I don't know the last time I caught a Casina. So naturally there's some second thoughts around that. Pagan's been going okay, just some minor leg separations, but yeah, I'll give a Casina a good crack today, see if I can force myself to be in that 100% commitment to catching and see how it goes. So we're at 4 out of 4 right now. 4 out of 4 already better than I've done in this entire build-up. Oh, full stretch. Doesn't get further than that. That Casina, fam, that Casina. Kept it together though. Took a breath. Recomposed. And proceeded to miss a Coleman. So unfortunately had to take 2 falls on 1 apparatus. So I missed the Casina in podium training yesterday and thought I would give it a restart, and then again missed the Casina, although second one I think was better than the first. First one was just too far away from the bar. Oh man, it's tough. It's definitely not an easy thing. Rest of the routine, nice. No complaints for the rest of the routine though. Floor, last one. So we're at 2 falls. Floor's a tough finish, and boy did I gas out yesterday at podium. It was a hectic mess. Because I decided to not finish my routine on the first turn on high bar and wait till the end, till all the guys are finished to go again. It meant that I just finished my last high bar turn as the 16 minutes per apparatus ran out, and I'm first up on floor. So I literally took all my stuff off, ran to floor, did a front pike, just puffed, sat down on the edge of the floor until it was my turn, and then I knew I shouldn't try a routine. It was just like I was feeling so wasted. I was like, it's almost stupid to try a routine right now, but you know, what are you gonna do? Just do it. So I tried to do a double front pike. Was nowhere near. It was pretty much like half a front pike. Felt immediately on takeoff. It was nowhere near solid enough to land. So I tucked the whole thing and still managed to just land on my butt. And I was like, no way, Jose, not gonna finish this routine. Let all the other guys go. And then did like a watered down routine from the layout double front. But hey, this day we hit floor. So 2 falls total. Obviously not good, but best run through that I've had leading up to World Champs. Ethan, can you hear me? Yeah. Ethan's always wearing AirPods around. Oh look, they're seeing my goated floor horse build up. Remember my horse build up on the first day in London?
Showing up
all the there was 9 and 10-year-olds just doing flops right next to me. Doing flops. No coach in sight, just flopping around on the horse. Now here's a funny story. That was supposed to be a double layout. One of the things I wanted to try besides a Bretschneider was a triple double. That was supposed to
What
be
are you going to do this skirmish?
We're going to do double tuck. Double tuck where I actually touch my legs. So I told David I'm doing a double back. I did a double, so he had to record me and ask me, Misha, what are you gonna do? Because I've had enough of your antics. You tell me you're doing one thing, you do a completely different thing. So yeah, after that I didn't actually go back to that track. It's a nice setup though, gotta say. I would have loved to try triple double, but I was just exhausted after all the other trainings that we were doing. Yeah, so I had a case of the twisties. Back to that one handle. And I've noticed my pommel has actually regressed quite a lot since coming here to Belgium, and I think it's because I haven't been maintaining the single pommel circles. I think those keep me in really good pommel condition, if you can even call my condition on the pommel horse good. But I'm gonna do some of those single pommels today. I'll just have to do it on the highest horse because obviously they don't have any low single pommels at a big event training. Now you've already seen my Brett Schneider attempt posted as a short. Tried to add some captions and the 2.5. Tried to add the captions to the short. Still capping at about 1,000 views. There's just no going viral out here, fam. There's just no going viral for us. No matter what you do, 2.5 twisting coax doesn't mean nothing. So no Brett Schneider, no triple double, but hey, at least I gave it a crack. And to be honest, I was pretty happy with how I felt in just the 1.5. I had to rush it because I knew I probably only had like one session to try the Brett Schneider, and saving myself for obviously the second session of that day. This was just the first session. If I was to do it properly, I would have probably done like a week or so of just the 1.5 twisters, learning to open up and actually see the bar before halfing out. So I wasn't quite able to split it up like I wanted to, going for the double twister. But again, was quite happy with the air sense for the 1.5s. And that could be a new skill all on its own. Shaham, you're catching in mixed grip, but if you're catching in both hands in under grip, could be a new skill altogether. Not that I want to do that. Those catches are they're so hard. Yeah, but you can do it tucked, you can do it straight, all sorts of new skills that can be done that way. Yeah, the level of gymnastics from the juniors at this club is impressive. We saw Coleman's from juniors. We saw juniors training Cassina. So really, really strong level of gymnastics, and you would expect no less in a gym which houses a 3-time Olympic champion. I think Essex's Max Whitlock's home gym. We didn't get to see him. He was out in a squad training before Team England left for Worlds. But yeah, in a gym with a 3-time Olympic medalist, of course, you'd see some hearty gymnastics going on. As always, new bars, new grip issues. But by the end of it, I turned the uprights the opposite way. Decided to just do an experiment. I don't know why I didn't do that before, just to see what happens, but maybe I did, but I didn't feel much of a difference. But we turned the uprights. So right now they're facing towards me. By the end of this trip, we turned them facing away from me. And because I do the peach one quite close to the uprights, I thought having them this way gives me a bigger bounce. Turns out you get a better, softer bounce when the uprights are facing the other way. So if you do a peach close to the uprights, I would encourage you, or maybe if you do it sometime in the future, I encourage you to play with the direction of those uprights, because it does make a massive difference. Back in the day when I used to do Tapalt, having the uprights facing towards me gave a much better bounce for Tapalt type skills. Something else any gymnast can play around and see for themselves. It also depends just on your general muscle twitch If you have a really fast muscle twitch, it might actually be better to have the bars a bit tighter. So maybe that's what I was doing back in that day. I was doing a really fast pitch to one, whereas now I feel like I have to hold through the bottom just a little bit before pulling myself up to handstand. Oh man, I really wanted to catch this day. Or was it the next day? I might have just been feeling it out this day, trying to get a good visual. Yeah, I was definitely trying to catch though. It's quite nice having your pit. Oh, so close. Moving on to pagans. Always going nice and late for the first one on your new bar. You never quite know what the situation is. Sunday, last day at SX. We just had a quick 2-hour session because SX had a little event on at the gym. So we could only train, I think, 9 to 11. Might have been 11 to 1, I forget. But we had a 2-hour slot, so had to be pretty efficient, get the work done and get out. Our flight was on the Monday morning. And like I said, actually I think I made a hiccup in the previous video where I said the flight was longer than the trip to the airport. It was actually the trip to the airport from London to Heathrow Airport, and it was 2 hours, while the flight from London to Belgium was only 1 hour. So the drive to the airport was almost twice longer than the actual international flight. But you can see this time the uprights are facing the other direction, and I liked it. Looks like I sorted the grip out a bit better. But man, at this stage it's just hold on for dear life and go hard. Thinking about grip, for all you juniors out there that watch, thinking about grip, man, it changes the skill. You just got to manhandle that bar with bad grip. And I mean, obviously there's a safety thing as well. If it's just sloppy and wet, you don't want to fly off the bar, so you got to make a call. But if it's just like uncomfortable, and you don't just kind of try to man up and hold tight and really commit to the skill, you're not going to learn how to compete it as well as you otherwise could. And that's literally the story of my life. Even at 32, I have mental issues with grip. I second guess, I overthink. I'm doing my best just to get over my fears, hold on tight, commit to the skill. There we go, that was a good commitment. But what about this one? Okay, pretty decent commitment to form. Probably could have yanked on the bar a bit harder. Here we go, nice line. Looking forward to trying to fix that line and just making it completely straight. I'm always doing that little bendy thing at my hip as I spin. I think we pretty much have a stuck dismount coming up here. And a clap from Ethan Dick, the man himself. Sunday, last day to catch Casinas in Essex, so we sent the first one close. Man, that's the thing with these Casinas. I don't have the height to catch close. With Coleman, I know that my head will be above the bar if I'm close, so I'm not going to smack. But with Casinas, as I reach for the bar, my head is literally right there at the height of the bar. So if I'm too close, and it's happened plenty, right? It's happened a couple times in this build-up. I've literally smacked my head into my palm. Luckily, it wasn't the steel bar itself, but obviously that's a bit of a put-off. One-handed catch. That hasn't happened in a while. Yeah, just lacking that amplitude. We'll see today. I'll give it a good try today. I think my energy levels are up. So I'll give it a good commitment. Gymnastics is hard, fam. Gymnastics is so hard. It's hard because it's scary. that's us. Thanks for watching. Till next time.